Hi, and welcome back to another session of our Summer for Success series. Today, our special guest speaker is Bill Reid, who's the Academic Program Director at National University's Bachelors in Cybersecurity program. Prior to entering in academia, Bill served in the U.S. Navy for just a short of 25 years. During that career, he received his master's degree in computer science from the Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey. After retirement in 1999, Bill continued to support the military as a government contractor, and it was during this time that he attended Regis University for a second master's degree in information technology management. Bill left the industry in February 2012 and began his third career, adult education. Within 6 months, Bill was teaching at Coleman University, NU, and Phoenix University. He moved to National University in August 2018 when Coleman University unfortunately had to close their doors. In addition to various industry technical certifications, Bill is a certified information security manager. He also serves on the board of the Information Security Audits and Controls Association as one of its educational outreach coordinators and is a mentor for SET high school students in cybersecurity. Thank you so much, Bill, and welcome.
Thank you, and good afternoon or good morning or evening all. I'm Bill Reid. I'm an academic program director here at National University for their program in cybersecurity. So our cybersecurity program is, we have both a Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity and a Master of Science in Cybersecurity. Again, I head up the Bachelor's program. This course of study is approximately a little over 2 years in length. It includes basically 15 core courses, 4 specialization courses, and I'll go into that a little bit. And then we have a 3-month capstone course. What that capstone course is students get the opportunity to go out in the quote-unquote real world. They'll find a company and they'll do some sort of either a cybersecurity assessment on that company. They may write policies for that company, but it gives them the opportunity to practice what they've learned in their curriculum in a real world situation. All right, so that's at the culmination of their program. The 15 core courses include things like preparation for credentials, the Sec Plus certification, the Network Plus certification, and the Cloud Plus certification, amongst other courses that deal with policies, procedures, penetration testing, network defense of that sort. Then the students have the opportunity to go into a specialization. Now we start these specialization tracks 4 times a year. Prior to COVID, two of the cohorts, we deal with cohorts, which is again a group of students would progress through the program together. But we start 2 cohorts in network defense, that's one of the specializations, 1 online and 1 on-site. And then we do the same for the other specialization, which is digital forensics. Again, starting 1 online and 1 on-site cohort. Right now, due to COVID, all classes are online, but when COVID, the pandemic has slowed its ugly head, then we'll go back again to the on-site courses. So there's 15 of the core courses. Then the individuals would separate and go into their individual specialization courses, again, network defense or forensics, and then they'll come back all together and do their capstone course. The courses are 1 month in length, so you're not worrying about, when you go through the curriculum, you're not worried about studying other subjects at the same time. The courses themselves are 1 month in length, and the classes meet twice a week. Either a Monday, Wednesday, or a Tuesday, Thursday. And then typically the last class of a course is held on a Saturday. So all of the courses would be 45 hours or so in duration. Let's see. And again, so like I said, they're fast-paced. A good thing about our courses is that most of the courses, I would say 99.9% of the courses have virtual labs associated with it. What I mean by that is we actually students pay as part of their tuition lab fees where we use several vendors for labs. We use vendors like InfoSec, IT Pro TV, LinkedIn Learning. So the students will get hands-on in every class that they go through during the curriculum. And that's what the students like. That's what employers want, because employers are looking for those individuals not to just come in with book knowledge, but to come in with that hands-on, the ability to sit down at a computer screen and actually start performing work right off the bat. So, and that's an overview of our curriculum. I'm open for any questions.
Thank you. That was great. Can you tell me what's the demand like right now for cybersecurity professionals?
The demand is not only unfulfilled, but realistically, it will never be.
Wow, that's great. Talk about job security, huh?
Yes, in fact, there's an excellent website,
Uh-huh.
cyberseek.org, and they keep constant updates on the job market. For instance, I think just in the state of California alone, there's a shortage of over 70,000
Wow.
cybersecurity professionals. And so we're talking in the hundreds of thousands countrywide.
Uh-huh.
Worldwide, we're talking in the millions.
Wow.
And again, as more things, refrigerators, toasters, what have you, as more things get the ability to connect to the internet, then that demand will just continue to increase.
I think I'm in the wrong major. Maybe I need to switch over.
Cybersecurity is where the money is at. And again, definitely, it is job security as long as, because as the same as with any technical field, if you don't keep up, you're going to get left behind.
Right,
So
of course.
once you leave the degree program, you need to keep opening those books so you could stay up on what's going on out there.
Right, and especially talk about, a peak time right now with COVID, right? And everyone is online, even if you wanted to be or not, I think that's definitely the way of the future. So I've always wondered, do students need to be technologically savvy to be in your program?
It does require a lot of technical aptitude. So I always recommend to students before they even start a program like this, because I would say we probably have a 15% of dropout rate. Because we have students that are coming in, they hear the word cybersecurity, and you'll have things from cooks, welders, whatever, wanting to move to a job that's going to offer them more stability than what they have and a higher paycheck.
Right.
They find that it is more technical than they expected. So I always recommend students to go out, go to Barnes and Noble or go on to Amazon and purchase a book, let's say on network security. And then that way you'll get a feel of what's going to be involved in the program, and then use that as your gauge of whether you'll be able to handle it or not.
Okay, that makes sense. And then obviously, other than the obvious, internet jobs and things like that, can you just give me some examples of maybe what kinds of careers are available with this type of a degree?
So cybersecurity has so many different pockets or avenues that you can go through. You can be, out of the gate, I would venture to say that most bachelor's and cybersecurity students end up going to work for what we call a SOC, or a Special Operations Center. What these SOCs do is companies hire these organizations to monitor their network, right? To look at what's going on at their network, and then to fix whatever they can right off the bat, or inform the company that you need to take care of this. Right?
Okay.
So that's where a lot of students end up. But they can go into forensics. They can go into just vulnerability analysis. They can go into penetration testing. There are so many fields that they can go into. Okay. Two of the biggest ones being penetration testing, where you get trained to hack, but you're a good hacker. We call them ethical hackers. Your job is to test a company to find the holes that a hacker may use to get inside.
Interesting.
right? And a lot depending upon your business, a lot of companies are mandated to do these penetration tests at least once a year.
Hmm.
The other thing is forensics, network forensics and digital forensics. When a company gets breached, they usually hire organizations. If they don't have the skills on site, they hire organizations to come in and say, okay, why did I get breached? And so these companies will come in, these forensics companies will come in and go through your logs and everything else on your network to see, okay, that's what happened. This is when it happened, and this is why it happened.
Okay, that makes sense. I noticed that National also has a master's in cybersecurity.
Yes.
Can you tell me what kind of jobs that students can get with a master's that they can't with only a bachelor's?
Well, so it's typically those going toward with a master's in cybersecurity. Those individuals, I would say 50% of the students that I have taught in those master's classes already are working in the cybersecurity field, but
Oh,
looking for a master's so that they can move up the ladder,
I see.
move up the ladder in management.
Okay, that makes sense. Do we have any type of a transition program where if, for example, as an undergraduate, if I'm getting my cybersecurity, that I could take classes that would either qualify me for or maybe, transfer to the master's?
And, well, and so you transfer right into the master's program?
Yeah, so I know, like, for example, a few of our programs have that where, like, for example, if you are getting your undergraduate, you can use, those electives for possibly a master's program if you decide to stay in it.
Well, within both the bachelor's and the master's program, we don't have any electives in the program
Oh,
at
oh,
all.
that's good to know. Okay.
And why that is, primarily why that is because uh, right now, so National University is certified by NSA and Department of Homeland Security as a center of academic excellence in cybersecurity.
Uh-huh.
So what that means is NSA has developed a model of what they call knowledge units. And schools must teach to these knowledge units to get certified. In fact, we're going through the process of getting recertified at National for our master's program. But our bachelor's program is only right now just coming on 3 years old. So we're going to be in a process, and that's a minimum to apply for certification of a program as far as Center of Academic Excellence. So right now we're going through the process of submitting the paperwork for the bachelor's program to also be certified as a Center of Academic Excellence in cybersecurity.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, that sounds great. So my last question to you would be, as students have questions in the future, is there a good contact information or email that you would like to leave, or would you like them to just contact me and then I can refer them to you? How would you like?
They can contact me, WREID2@nu.edu, or I never have an issue with just giving out my phone number for students to contact me. I talk to students at least, new prospective students at least twice a week.
Oh, wow, great.
So that number is 619-871-1631.
Thank you so much, Bill. Is there anything that you wanted to add before I let you go?
Oh, just one more thing, and you mentioned transfer into the program. We do have pathways. We have agreements with, it's literally more than a dozen schools, a dozen of the local community colleges, 2-year schools, where we offer transfer credits to a lot of the courses that they have in those undergraduate programs in cybersecurity, in those associate degree programs.
Right.
And that information is available on the NU website.
Right. I know that we have an amazing ADT scholarship also.
Yes.
Is almost 50% off of the tuition, which is also amazing. But great. Wow, this sounds like a really amazing program. So I thank you so much for your time today. And unless you have anything else to add, I'm going to call it a day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye.